everybody. Welcome back to to the show.
Big ol' eyes.
Big ol' eyes right there. This is our continuation of our Wrath and Glory playthrough. And of course, we got everybody here, except for one main thing. Oh, Heath's got a camera now. Now you can see him. Of course, joined by, of course, I said Heath, Derek, Ben, Leon, them here. First and foremost, thanks so much for everybody who watched the last one. Super cool. We all really appreciate that people are tuning in and watching, and we're gonna keep going from here. So let's do it, boys. I was gonna say fellas and boys at the same time. Let's do it, foils.
Let's do it, Phillies.
Let's go, boy on cubes. So Derek, do you want to tell us where we last left off, or you want to do that?
Would be me. Yeah, you guys just met up with Ben, because I mean, in a strange turn of events, he just went right out in the public with his Xeno ass, and
you weren't prepared for that.
I think you guys were deciding whether or not you're going to trust him or not. So where do you guys leave off on that? Like, he made his case to you.
Well, I think I was okay with it, because I kind of know what to already expect, because I rolled so dang high on on it, so I kind of know who he is, who the green
steel coursers.
Thank you, green steel coursers. If I start having a stroke, y'all know who to call. I know all of them. I know all of who founded it. I know all of that stuff. So I was like, yeah, but I'm gonna keep an eye on this dude, just in case he tries anything fancy.
Cool.
That's where I was at with it, because I got notes.
All right, Tim, pass me your notes.
All right, copy it. Don't make it look like it. Make like you did it, okay?
Just say a hand going to your screen.
Go out for the side, like, here you go, bud.
All right. Well, I mean, you. I think for the most part, you all pretty much agreed with everything. So everybody got the map, which I totally opened and have open here.
That was totally ready.
Yeah, not me. I forgot to open up the map.
Literally everything else I have open. Okay. You guys are pretty much right between the Habs, Silos, and Cathedral. There's kind of like a little triangle effect that they got going on there. And then so the northeast of the Silos is a big field where you talk to the workers. They told you what they knew, or at least what they felt. And that's more or less where you left off. So something's going on. You know that they're super scared about it. It's something that they that isn't the norm, but it's almost turned into the norm because they whisper about it pretty much every night. I'd say after all this, it's probably you're probably going on midday now. After talking to them and talking with Ben and stuff. So what do you want to do now?
So if I remember correctly, there was a priest that was there that they had that was missing. A elder Rasmuth?
Yeah.
That was missing and or taken.
They mentioned that.
So that would be a thing on if we wanted to try to go to the cathedral.
Weren't we gonna go to the cathedral?
Yeah, I think we were.
Cathedral?
I think we're all getting ready to head that way.
To the cathedral.
Okay, so you want to go to you're heading into the cathedral?
I think that's what we were gonna do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So obviously the cathedral is massive. It's not what you would expect a normal cathedral to look like. I mean, for you guys, obviously it would be in this world, but it's darker and pretty much almost looks fortress like. It's got huge glass stained windows, different saints, god emperors up there, you know, or at least their envisionment of him, that kind of thing. Are you just gonna walk up and walk in?
I think we can be comfortable walking in. It's kind of a
Yeah.
I don't
We
see
do have
any,
a priest with us.
I don't see any need for caution for walking in, you know. But not like we're just gonna come in prancing in like we own the place, you know, just kind of normal. Act
Well, no,
casual.
just keep in mind you now have a different member with you who has a lot of splaining to do. You know what I'm saying? So like you
Yeah.
can't just go walking in with an Aldari and just assume
Maybe-
everything. Okay.
Maybe I should hold back.
It's up to you how you want to
Mm.
handle it. I mean, I can tell you there's different ways that you can get around it, but
Do you maybe want to chill outside?
Yeah, I could stay outside and
Sneaky.
maybe sneaky and just see if anything else happens around the cathedral. I could
Oh,
stay
yeah.
like on the north part of the cathedral because that's where that field is that we were at, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I could just stay on the north part of it and just kind of scope everything out.
See if you see anything odd or any events occurring.
Well, here's the thing. While you're walking up to the cathedral, I mean, you've got your standard, you know, priests going in and out, going about their normal day. Lots of gargoyles on it. I mean, it looks like if you know, it's very gothic in its appearance. People have already noticed, and they're starting to whisper, and they're starting to. I'm not going to say gather, but they're starting to wonder the real motive behind everything, because initially you were a group clearly here with a militarum, you're here with an ecclesiarchy priest, you know, you're here with one of your own. So they're initially they were curious why new people were here, and now they're really curious because you've got a Xenos that appears to be joining your group.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
So
Damn.
they're starting to gather.
And it's just humans, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. The servitors and things like that, they could care less. They're there to do their job.
Hmm.
And you notice it's not quite closing in, but there's kind of a half moon going around you.
Should
And
we,
really, your only direction is towards the cathedral.
should we like state, is that the right word? That there's like nothing to fear, really. That we're just merely checking things out. We don't have any intent while coming into this church.
Yeah, I mean right now they're not. It's not like a crazed mob or anything. There's just a lot of confusion, and the reason they're gathering is because, you know, of one of your members.
I guess that would be me, the one with the gun.
No,
Okay.
no, they've seen seen soldiers before.
Let's see. Let me see here.
trying to think of how to. So
Kind of
would
like
it be?
what I'm. Yeah, what's up, Tim?
Well, I think it would be like, wouldn't it be something as like as simple of just like just saying like what's going on, being like this one is
Mhm.
being kept under the ministorum. I don't know why. I think you'd have to come up with a reason why.
Like, yeah,
Something that let them know like
trying to
that
assure
thing's
them
here.
that there's nothing
Like
to
it's
worry
here.
about with
Yeah, like he is here, which is weird.
You
But
could
you're
you could just
you're
say we could say something like we know that y'all are concerned about what's going on, and even these people are concerned and they've heard about it, so they sent an investigator to try to help out. As far as
Do we need a roll for persuasion on that?
I mean, so you're trying to tell them there's a reason you're here? Like there's another reason why another race, I guess, would be here?
right, like my leadership has heard about the not the conditions. I don't want to say that I'm here as a human resource representative, but like the terrors in the night. What was it called?
The harvest, the Grim
Yeah,
Grim
Harvest.
Harvest.
yeah, and they heard about that, so they sent me as an investigator to see if I could figure out what was going on. Because it's so bad that even my race has heard about it and wants to help.
Yeah. I mean, if
I like it.
if y'all want to try to do it, roll persuasion.
Somebody
So,
proclaim it.
I
I
do
just-
I do have a question though.
Sure.
The princess told me that there had just been scouts that came here, and that warranted me to come here. So those scouts just went unseen. I take it.
You don't know.
I mean, I guess from the reactions, they must have. Yeah.
I mean, all you know is that they came to this planet, and then whatever they were doing, they were in contact with, I guess, not the princess like herself, but you know the commanders and stuff, and they were reporting back, and then they just stopped.
Okay.
So I just rolled a 15 on a persuasion check. So
What are the dice that you rolled?
3, 6. Oh, what dice? I rolled a 4, 6, and a 5.
Okay, so you rolled a 4.
Yeah.
Remember, it's based on
Oh, that's right.
like
Yeah.
4, 5, and
Succeeding.
6. Yeah, succeeding. So
Sixes are 2,
okay,
4 and 5s are 1.
so go ahead and tell me what you're gonna say.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. No, just kidding. We are here to investigate what has been going on the planet, and we're here to also try to broker some peace between humanity and the Mechanicus. We would like your cooperation, and we'd like to know if you've seen anything suspicious.
Okay. One that you kind of take to be, I don't know, in our years, he's probably would look like he's early 20s. He's young, very stocky, very well built. And he says, "That's all well and good, but what is one of them doing here?" And he looks right at the Eldari.
We got to come up with the reason. Here, or that would be Ben's role. For
Well,
type
I
thing.
mean, I can
Ben
try
to
to
say.
say something, but I'm not very persuasive.
Yeah, I know.
What
I just
languages?
rolled for my persuasion, and it was a
What
1.
languages do you speak, Ben?
Oh Lord, Tim.
Just the 2 normal ones. I didn't take any extra.
I mean, obviously you're going to speak Eldari. Do you speak Gothic? I'm pretty sure
I
you do
didn't-
because
I
you were
didn't take
talking with
any-
them. So
Yeah, exactly. I didn't take any extra.
okay, so I was just making sure because it like different ways you know to be able to speak to them. Let's see. All right, so I mean, you get the feeling that they don't mind that you're here. That your presence here isn't what is stirring the pot, so to speak. They are very uncomfortable that a Xenos has just randomly showed up.
Okay.
Okay.
They're starting. Some of the other older men, like around his age and older, are starting to come forward to kind of gather behind him.
So a mob is now.
So they're pushing towards you, but I mean, obviously they haven't threatened or done anything. They feel like there's something going on that someone's not telling them, and because of this, this area, it happens a lot. So they're very untrusting of everything.
Can I roll for persuasion to try to, since I am a priest as well, and I'm like, look, I am a fellow priest, what he is saying is true. Hopefully I can convince them to, they don't have to 100% believe me, but somewhat.
Yeah.
Hopefully try to. So I got a 3 for persuasion. I rolled a 5, 5, and a 4.
Okay. And what are you
So
trying to say?
Does that count as 3? Is that what it means?
3 successes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 successes. Basically what Ben was or the Aldari was trying to say, how he was basically kind of a representative because he has heard about this grim harvest as well.
He hasn't said anything about that yet.
He hasn't said anything about that yet.
Yeah. So you can say it for him. That's why he's here. You can tell them now.
Right.
It's part of what I was telling y'all to introduce myself, basically, and why I was here.
Yeah.
And then you can relay that in a more persuasive manner than I ever could.
Yeah. So so basically this Aldari here, he is being sent as an ambassador from the princess?
The Green Steel Corsairs.
Green Steel Corsair.
Yeah.
He is not here under any malicious goals. They are just as worried about this grim harvest as you all are. That is keeping you up at night.
Okay. He kind of looks back at his friends and says, "Why would a Xenos be worried about something that's happening to us humans?" He doesn't look as pressing, like he doesn't look as bowed up, I guess you would say, as he was. But
hey, I'm gonna roll a cunning check.
I was just about to ask something about that.
Okay. I rolled a 4, 4, and a 1. So
okay, what are you trying to do?
I'm gonna look at the guy and be like, look, man, right now, all you need to know is we are here to help. Okay. We'll talk about the details when we can give them to you, but right now, we're just here to help, and you are protected. I'm here.
And you rolled a
4,
2?
a 4, yeah.
Then why isn't he under more guard?
Because I'm all the guard that he needs.
And the rest of the crowd just kind of starts talking, and everything. And I mean, you could tell that they believe you, but not to the level of, oh, well, everything's fine. So the main feller, he just kind of backs up a little bit and says, we'll be keeping an eye on this entire situation.
Should I ask them what we can do within reason, sorry, to kind of prove that we don't mean any harm? What do you guys think?
Well, I was wishing that I could have rolled better on like my intimidation or my persuasion, so that way, because I'm of the planet, to tell them that they should probably worry more about getting back to work than what's going on right here. But everything I rolled was like horrible, so I was like, it can't happen.
You can't roll for stuff you're not doing.
Yeah. Well, no, I was like, oh, I could roll this. No, I mean, like, my intimidation's is 1, so I'm rolling a dice, and it's like, you know, so couldn't really do it. Persuasion is a dice, so
oh wow,
yeah.
So about
really
this time, the gathering of people, the women have pretty much kind of gone back to what you're doing, but you're noticing the men aren't really going anywhere. You can see I'll call them I'm not gonna, it's a poor descriptive word that I'm not gonna use.
Are they like church elders or something, maybe?
No, they I mean, for lack of a better term, they're the slave drivers. They're the ones that are keeping them in line and doing their job. You can tell that they are now looking over to see what's going on, because people are no longer at work. People are starting, people left their jobs.
They're getting distracted.
One particular one starts coming up towards you, and about that time, cathedral door opens, and you hear a voice say, "Please come inside."
Did you say where the voice came from? Just from a door that opened up?
From the doors, yeah.
From inside the cathedral.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have to follow that voice.
Cool, I'll go. I'll follow the voice right.
You ain't gotta. You don't have a. You don't have a choice. You're coming. With us.
I mean, just as a heads up, maybe he doesn't lead into the cathedral. But
you
behind the priest.
Behind the priest, in front of me.
In the middle. Do it now.
In the middle of 4 people. Figure it out.
I almost gave that main guy this precious gift, and I hold up a plasma grenade.
A gift from my people to you.
They're really holding up a grenade in front of the church right now. Okay.
So do we know who this guy is that's told us to come in?
So you're all going inside, right?
I'm hoping
yes.
The priest that we met when y'all first landed was by the elevator thing.
Okay. What about the priest?
Oh, I remember we met one at the elevator when we came in. It was like a priest and somebody else. I thought. That's what I thought. I didn't write that part down.
So when you enter, it's very what you would expect a cathedral to look like on the inside. I mean, it's for Leon's character, it's pretty much what he came from. They're all built like a Whataburger. They all look the same. You know what I'm saying? On the inside, same layout and everything. In and out for Ben.
If it works, it works.
No, it's still Whataburger for me.
Yeah, good man. All right. When pretty much the person who yelled at you, you can't see them. There's no one there when you walk in. There's priests up at the front of the altar. There's a massive statue of the emperor. The stained glass windows above it, they're letting the sun shine in just the right way. That, I mean, somebody thought this through, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you look up there, all you see is the priest on the ground praying, and then you see one woman who isn't even looking at you. She's just looking up at this with her arms up like this, and she's doing her own thing.
But like looking away.
Yeah, she's looking at the statue.
Kind of like she's praying.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of praising. Shall we investigate her, or
I'll roll an investigation check.
She's there for a reason.
So I just got lucky with a 1 investigation. I just rolled a 6.
What are you investigating?
Her.
Well, I mean, what about her? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, what are you trying to find out about her? Because at the moment, she's just what looks to be a priestess to you.
Okay.
So maybe it's more of a time of maybe we just got to go up to her and politely get her attention while she's doing so. Something like walk up.
Seems pretty normal though for there to be a person praying in a temple though. So
Let's say like, excuse me, sister. I know that you are in your moment of reverency, but we do have some things that we'd like to discuss with you if you have the time.
Okay. She quickly whirls around and says, "What is one of you doing in here?" She's looking at Tim.
I was about to say shit, that might be me.
Don't you know it's blasphemous for you to even set foot in a building like this?
It's not my intent for this. I'm merely helping these two find out more about the situations that are going on. I was tasked with guiding them along and merely stepping inside. I do apologize, but it is I need to stay with them. I was tasked to stay with them.
I want to use my power as a priest here somehow.
Well, she looks at you and says,
and
"Why?"
Vouch. I want to vouch for Tim.
She's looking at you right now, and she wants to know, why did you bring one of those into our building?
Okay.
I would roll a cunning and a leadership check just to see if you can persuade her of why he's here.
Would it be roll set for my cunning and then roll another set for my leadership? Is that how it works?
You'd have to ask Eric, but I would think so.
Well, usually
there's something I don't think Tim knows about me.
Well, so cunning is really only it's. I mean, persuasion is what you're going to be using to try to.
Yeah, cunning is more like bluffing.
Yeah, to talk to her. It's going to be really hard to add anything extra to it, because not only is she basically infuriated that one of like a Mechanicus is in here, she now looks to see a Xenos inside the building.
Well, I mean, you do have directive from leadership though, right? So you could just go above her head, just say, "Listen, this is what leadership decided, so whatever."
Yeah, dude, pull rank.
Pull rank.
I got a 4 in leadership.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll for that and kind of be like, listen, I can vouch for the Mechanicus. I know him, and we have had some conversations. I believe that we can learn from each other as well. I rolled 3 5s and a 3.
Okay.
I do believe that we can, like I said, we can learn from each other. Tim, I never told you, but I can speak your language as well.
Really think that my language is any different.
Your Cant Mechanicus.
Yeah,
Can't
Mechanicus
Mechanicus.
has their own language.
Yeah, I know you can. Well, I don't know it as my character. I know it as me because I did your intro video.
You don't know it? Okay, sorry. I got really lost for just
my
a second.
character does not
Your
know it.
character does not know.
I myself know it. Gerhardt does not know that you know it yet.
Okay, Gerhardt does not know. Okay. So then I will not even bring that up yet right now. But I still do pull that leadership card kind of thing over her and vouch for you. And then as far as for the Xeno, kind of along the same way, you know, he has been sent by his own ambassadors, kind of like pretty much what I said before. You were not in the
Emissary.
room. That he is sent by, the Eldari was sent by an ambassador. Is this from a different planet, or
Oh yeah.
what is it called? Do you remember?
An emissary basically is what you're trying to make him out to be.
Yeah, I mean, you can just say he's basically a representative emissary of the Greenstone Corsairs.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to just go around also saying that our scouts disappeared also, you know,
Right.
just to everybody, but maybe
Which at the moment you guys don't know that. You guys,
Right. We
to
don't.
me,
We
this
don't know.
is just right, and to me, this is just, you know, a random person, you know.
Okay. So I can vouch for you both. I'm vouching for them both, and that she does not need to question my choices.
About to
the way
find
this
out.
book is the way this book is situated, it's like one part is one place and one part is another.
For what part there?
It's not.
It's not a
go to page 15.
Yeah, it's like for me to
Not
look stuff up. It's not like here's where what you're looking for is.
A choose your own adventure book.
Yeah.
Turn to page 36. No. My finger was on it. That didn't happen. I don't know. This may be one of those ones where I might have to just take him and step outside if everything doesn't go right, and not be privy to the conversation until get filled in later.
Well, somebody told us to come in for a reason. I mean,
no one told us to come here. We decided to come here.
Well, somebody
we
told
heard
us to come in when we
Like
were outside.
into the cathedral. Yeah.
They said, please
that's
come
right.
in. So
That's true.
I mean,
but being a native of this planet, I probably should have known not to have gone in, but I didn't expect it to be so racist.
So
Jesus.
Rolling that.
So basically, she's unwavered. She raises her head very high and says, I am the confessor of this cathedral. So therefore you do not tell me anything. Now, if you will kindly take all of this trash out of our cathedral before we make you get out, I would appreciate it.
That's fine. Mean no harm. I will take him, this one, with me, and we will gladly wait outside until business here is concluded.
Oh no, she wants you all out.
Oh,
Oh, all of us.
Okay,
Oh.
I'm gonna step up, and I just rolled intimidation. I rolled a 6, 5, and a 6, and I basically tell her, "Look, I'm not going anywhere until these people get answers that they're seeking."
Should have just let
She-
her pray. Just let her pray.
Should have just let her pray, yeah. Damn, trying to get to the bottom of things.
So
I got nothing else to do. Might have to.
So I mean, are you pulling a gun on a confessor in this cathedral?
No, I just pulled an intimidation check and rolled 2 6s and a 5. I'm just telling her what's up.
Okay. Hmm.
I mean, if I need to do a persuasion and pull a gun, I can do that.
I don't know.
Maybe we.
Well, we
should
haven't
wait.
mentioned we haven't mentioned either that we were someone invited us in. Someone told us to come inside.
Right.
Oh yeah,
That might be an easier route before.
Maybe you can
before-
say we. Maybe you can say that we heard somebody. We were called into here.
Well, so responding to him, I mean, you can see that she's worried, and she looks at Leon and says, "Get every one of these people out of this cathedral."
So you spooked her, but in the wrong way.
So pretty much, she wants everyone out now, but Leon.
So I can stay in with her.
Sorry, I'm playing
All right,
guard.
guys.
I'm not going anywhere unless he goes. Where he goes, I go. Deal with it.
She
Well,
says,
I will start towards the door. Let's
Yeah.
go, weird voice guy.
All right,
Gerhardt. Gerhardt, thank you very much.
Gerhardt, if you two could please just wait outside. We don't want to make this any more messy than what it already is.
So you guys are going outside?
Oh yeah, we'll take our leave.
For the love of the emperor, get the hell out of here,
Okay.
please.
How close are you guys standing to her right now?
Well, I
I think
walked
we
right up to her.
established
I walked
Right.
right up to her to interrupt her. So I mean, I
Well,
was
are,
right up
are
to
you
her.
standing on the altar? Are you standing like down kind of the steps to it?
You never walk up onto the altar unless you really need to.
No, we're not on the altar. We're right at
I
the
think-
bottom of it.
I think Tim and I are like pretty much next to each other because we both like trying to like we'll talk to her and kind of do our thing, but then she was like, "Nah, you guys got to get out." So,
Okay, so
but I think Heath and Ben kind of held back just a little bit, maybe.
I'm
Like, they
standing at the
weren't
bottom
as
of the steps,
Yeah,
going to the altar.
okay, so no one's on the altar, right?
Never want to go up on top of the altar. I would. I didn't when I was at church.
okay, yeah. None of us were on the altar.
Okay. Tim and Ben, when you get to the doors, they are now locked.
I would like to roll an awareness check to see what
Me
is
too, please.
going on in the area now that the doors have locked.
Look, I'm
Um,
specifically maybe kind of looking for the person who opened the door and said, "Come in."
Right. See if it's
Okay.
some kind of
Yeah, totally.
You know, there's
Trap.
got to be. All right, I'm gonna try.
6 dice.
3 successes.
Okay.
Ooh, 2 6s and a 5. Not my
Nice.
best roll. Not my best roll.
2 6s and a 5.
Yeah, out of 6 dice.
Oh,
I mean,
okay. I was going to say that's a good roll.
I have 6
Technically,
dice.
it's not the best. You could have
Maybe-
gotten 3 6s, but
Yeah,
Yeah. Maybe take it where you can get it a little bit.
Stay humble, King.
I know, right?
Okay, so you got a 6, right? 2
2
6s and a
6s
5.
2 6s and a 5.
Hey, Derek.
Yo,
I rolled a single D6 for an awareness check, and I rolled a 6 just to see if I see what he's doing. Just to see if I know why he stopped at the door and didn't go out.
Oh, then yeah. I mean, you can tell they're pushing, pulling. I mean, they're probably 15-foot tall doors. They're massive wooden doors. And they're not budging.
And somebody's locked them.
So let's see. Ben, you can tell that there's some locking mechanism that seems to be more or less automatic. So when the doors are shut, they automatically lock. Tim, you notice this, but you also notice just far and I'm kind of giving you this because the roll for this would have been nearly impossible. In the book, I don't know why they set it so high, but to be honest, you weren't far off. So up here in the corner, up in one of the little darkened areas, you can see a little floating skull hanging out up there with a little glowing red eye, but barely. Okay.
Barely.
So
those are servitors, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Are you asking me out of the game?
No, I'm asking.
I barely see it.
Yeah.
I think Tim is the only one that knows it's there right now.
Yeah. Yeah, Tim is the only person by far that sees this.
Okay.
2 4.
Yeah. The setup, boys.
Telling you.
So I guess I can disclose that with Ben because he's next to me.
Yeah.
Do you have little
I can
dangly things behind you, Tim? Do you have a robotic thing?
No, I don't have those arms yet. I don't have those kind of arms.
It'd been a lot cooler if you did.
That
He
it would
will
be.
eventually.
Look
So-
up there, Eldari. There's I can't make it out. There's something's amiss up here. I can't quite make it out, but there is something up there. There we go. Now someone else knows that there's a little bit of something.
Okay.
Kind of witchcraft.
I wouldn't know anything about that thing, probably, huh?
You know what? Let's see. Roll a scholar check.
Oh,
Ooh, a scholar.
okay.
Good luck.
Can I add one of my dice to it?
What do you got? Like 3?
I mean, I have 4. Does it reset every session?
No, it's just gonna keep going with you.
Yeah, I have 3. Can I use a reroll all failed on, make a narrative declaration, action to restore shock? Okay. I thought I could just add a dice. I will just roll these 2 dice that I have here.
Hey man, he got a 6 off of 1 dice. So
Yeah,
Yep.
and I did fail 1. I'm gonna re-roll it using a wrath.
Okay.
2 successes.
Okay. You're pretty sure. I mean, since he can barely see it, it's going to be hard for you to just, oh, that's what that is. But, given the location you're at, the size of what you're seeing, you're pretty sure this is going to sound stupid, but something mechanical.
So I'll say something like, doesn't that come from your people? Gerhardt?
It could very well could be, but from here it's I believe so, but we would have to see it closer. Sure, fully. I can't even communicate with it from down here if it was.
Okay, so we'll go back to the confessor here, and I mean you can tell that she's very pompous. She believes she's, well, the reason this building is here.
Sounds like every church lady I've ever been around.
No different here.
Could it be Satan?
And she says to Leon, she says, "You may step towards me."
As you wish.
Okay. She's at the top, and I'd say there's, I mean, it's only, like a 3-foot raise, so there's only like a couple of steps.
Oh, okay. I'll just take a couple steps towards her. Let's see. Should I roll
A reflex save for a trap door? No, I'm kidding. That would be fun.
I'm scared. You got really loud. Should I roll an awareness check to see if I can see anything around her?
Sure.
As I'm walking up to her.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a 3. I
No,
got
isn't that special?
a 6, a 4, and a 3. So 3 successes. Is that right?
Yeah. You can see that the other priests are all kind of in a little half moon behind the statue around it. They have very minimal weapons. I mean, we're talking like little clubs, little daggers. They don't have much, but they've all drawn. And I mean, you can tell that that's probably because of the confrontation that just happened and seeing the other two walk in. She says, "Why are you here?"
Why are we here? Okay. We came here because we heard of a priest that had gone missing, Elder Bismuth. Was that right, Tim?
Rasmuth. I think it was Rasmuth.
Rasmuth. Okay. So R. Sorry. And so we decided to come check it out. Also, once we entered the cathedral, we heard a voice telling us to come into this room where you are. Which explains why we are in this room with you right now.
And you think the best way to handle this is to bring them in here with you?
Get PC with it, brother.
Wait, what?
Get PC with it, brother.
PC. Just because we are from different races, it does not mean that we cannot work together to solve. Sounds silly. What's another word? To find our answers that we are looking for together. So basically, yeah,
Okay.
Just because we're different does not mean that we automatically have to become enemies. We have the same goal in mind.
She raises her head back up and says, "But we are the only ones who can handle this problem. And I am here to do that. The Emperor himself sent me."
I too have gotten word from the Emperor in a type of I feel as if I've also been told by the Emperor to do this as well. What makes yours more truthful than mine? I don't deny that you have been told this by the Emperor, but I'm also telling you that I have also been told my goal from my Emperor. And we share the same Emperor.
It is possible we've both been told things. So what is it you need from me?
Even though our meeting was by chance, I do not think that it was for nothing. Something called us into this room, calling all of us to come in. We are trying to figure out what or who that voice was. And why.
She looks around and says, "We are the only people in here." Like as in the well, no, I mean there's the other priests, but they were all the way at the back of the cathedral. They couldn't have told you to come in. So the doors were open when you came in?
Trying to remember. I didn't write that down. Did they open up and then?
They opened up for us to go in.
It opened up, and then we heard a voice from inside say to come in. So we all did.
Don't tell me.
The Xeno is with us because he is some would say that he's dangerous, so he is under our supervision, so he has to stay with us. We can't just let him.
What is he doing here?
He is also on the same mission. He is investigating this grim harvest as well.
She just throws her head back and laughs and says, "There's no such thing as the Grim Harvest. That's myths. We all know the reason anyone is disappearing around here is because of the machines." And you notice she's looking around a lot more towards the back of the room, towards the ceiling.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. About that time, she looks up to the same corner where you guys have noticed something's there and screams, "Light!" And the entire cathedral lights super bright where you can see everything. Up in the corner is something that looks like a skull with machine arms, little machine arms scurrying about. And as soon as you guys notice it, it's gone. And she says, "What did you bring in here with you?"
Just me and my men. Nothing more, nothing less.
That thing wasn't a part of your group?
No.
Then perhaps you need to speak with the machine people. They're following you. Now, is there anything else that we can do here before we go back? The boy! Sorry. He just popped right up into the picture there. Is there anything else that we can help with before you take your leave from this place?
And is she asking me personally, or is she asking just the group kind of in general?
Ben and I are nowhere near y'all.
Yeah, I mean it's just you she's talking to.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
we're back to the door.
Just let us leave in peace, and we will. Would you be open to communication in the future?
With you, yes.
Okay.
In fact,
Very-
there's something that I wish to ask of you while you're here.
Of course, speak freely.
I'm assuming you've already met Xanther. Xanther's the machine person that you met earlier.
The one who took us on the
The one that I
the-
was with when I
Yeah.
met you.
Yeah, okay.
I called him.
Yes.
I didn't know it was a Z. I thought it was a janitor.
Yanni Tour.
Yanni Tor.
Xanther.
Xanther.
THUR maybe?
It's a XAN. Sorry, flip.
I gotta step away 1 second.
Sure.
Machine.
XANTHOR is what I got.
THER.
Xanther.
Pretty
Xanther.
damn look. Oh, you got the Warhammer mug? Oh, I'm jealous.
Yeah, boy.
Okay. So she says, I'm assuming you've
There's
met
nothing
him.
in here. There's nothing in here. I'm just fake drinking. No.
Sipping on that
Pretending.
air. Sipping on that fresh air.
Whoever wants to give us money. That's what's in that cup. Tastes great though. Whatever, whatever's in it.
Tim, you're drinking straight up Scentbird.
I can turn this can around at any time.
That's what
Yeah.
we're thinking.
Turn this around at any time.
Also, clearly one of us is in need of little treats.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I do know Xanther. We met briefly earlier.
I believe he is behind a militia of this area, named the First Dawn.
The First Dawn.
Children of the Dawn. Sorry.
Oh.
I would like you to go to the Overseer's compound. However you need to, and well, for lack of a better term, break in to his quarters and try to find something out. I realize this, if you're traveling with one of them, it may be difficult to do that, but I believe it will be beneficial to us in the future.
What sort of information are you hoping that I would find?
Anything in regards to the Children of Dawn.
Shall I keep this to myself, or shall I talk to my fellow crew about it?
I believe that part is best. Your Mechanicus friend may not understand.
Very well. I will use discretion.
Okay, what I missed, I apologize.
She's given Leon a sort of quest, or a little side mission, if you will.
Yes, I am to
Is he gonna get to
investigate.
tell us?
That's all up to him.
Okay.
I mean,
Right.
she definitely. I mean, she was like into you when she said it. She doesn't. She's
Nobody
keeping
else
that
could hear
quiet.
for sure.
Yeah. Pretty much that's it. Like if you don't need anything else, we will go back to our duties here.
Thank you. May the word of the Emperor bless us all.
And you. All right, and you,
Amen.
for the Emperor, if you want. I
Who
mean,
grew up
different ways. To
Catholic.
And to
May the
you,
Lord be with
Amen.
and also with you.
And also with you.
She turns around and puts her hands back on the statue like she was doing, and from the door you hear mechanisms clinking and cracking, and the doors swing open.
Mhm.
A little psychic power, huh?
All right. And so on the other side of the door, that's where Tim and Ben and Heath are.
Oh no, they were still in there.
They were still
No,
in there. Okay.
I was like 3 feet below you, dude.
We were
Yeah.
locked in, so
Yeah.
She was just whispering that conversation, so I didn't get to hear it.
Okay.
Doors open.
it's
I
for
think
my-
we can leave now.
For my ears only. Let us go. May the Emperor guide us.
And the Omnissiah protect.
There you go. All right, and now, where are you going?
So it's still midday.
I would say it's probably, after all this, it's probably somewhere around 5.
Okay. Shall we find a place for the night to start looking at heading towards somewhere? Or what other business do we have for today?
You've also noticed that the crowd itself has been pretty much dispersed. Where the men were standing, there's signs of dragging and blood around where they were.
Oh. Shall we investigate?
Something has definitely happened.
Some tomfoolery has gone on. I will investigate.
Okay.
I think we all should investigate this.
I agree. We should all put our ears and eyes together.
Excuse me.
Rolled 2 4s and a 5.
I rolled a 4 on an
I got-
investigation check.
I got 1 success.
Good Lord,
So
have
I got-
mercy.
Tim?
2. 5 and a 4.
Okay.
Jesus. Out of 6. I'm not rolling good tonight, fellas.
So basically, you look around and you see footprints. Most of you are able to tell that there was some sort of scuffle in that area. There's some torn clothes kind of on the ground. Leon notices that there's kind of a worn path going up to kind of a hill in the fields, and the main guy that was causing the issues, that seemed to be the leader, is basically strapped to, if you want to call it a crucifix. He's not, he's tied to it with rope and everything. But
Who is this gentleman that's strapped to it?
the kind of the leader of the commotion earlier.
Oh, okay.
So you can tell that basically right after you left, the drivers came over and handled people, got them back to work, and made an example out of them.
Okay.
We don't see that. Only Leon sees that, right?
Yeah.
Only I see the worn path. No.
And the guy.
Yeah, you could see that I
I
see
see.
here, and he was drugged over to that
Yeah.
area.
So I saw the worn path going to the hills.
Yep.
And then the main commotion guy is strapped to a cross.
Mhm.
Okay. So kind of for location purposes, are we looking like towards the fields that we were in earlier? Like
Yeah,
towards like
'cause
where it says entrance to the Valley of Fowl, or is it towards like the ruins area?
it would be closer to that road directly east of the cathedral.
Okay, I see. Astra Militarum outpost, entrance to the Valley of Fowl. Okay. So I guess I share this information with you guys. I say, hey, do you guys? I noticed that there is this worn path going up to the hills. Did anybody else notice anything? And I imagine no, correct?
Well, I haven't seen anything. What did you see?
I saw the main one of the people earlier who was kind of giving us a hard time was strapped to a cross.
Hmm.
And then I see a path that looks like it's worn going up to the hills and the fields. What are your thoughts on this?
He alive?
I think he's alive.
Hmm.
Probably just how they punish these people when they get out of line.
Do you do you guys think it's worth asking around? Or Tim, do you know anything about the customs around here? As far as what happens to people who are like this? Have you seen this before?
It's not unnatural for the ones that get out of line to experience the lash to promote a more than willing participant to work or to get back to work. And seeing how he was the one that caused the issues, a little extreme, but I have seen something like this. The path, though, that's worn is new to me.
Mm. Interesting. Thank you for that information. So it seems like as if it's not. No, I mean, I would just be repeating what you said, so I don't need to do that.
Well, if he's still alive, maybe he knows if that's maybe where they took the rest of them, or maybe it's something completely different.
Should we start? Do you guys believe we should head that way and see what's going on?
Sure, but let's tread carefully.
All right.
So which way are you guys going?
We are going to head towards the path.
Towards where he is?
We're going to take the worn path going to the hills. What say you, Mr. Zeno, Ben?
I don't think my character was there when they talked about where they took that other person that got out of line. Was it that priest?
Yeah, I mean through what you found out, you found that the people that get out of line get handled with different ways according to what they're doing.
They took him to the other person they took to a field that was in the west, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then the priest disappeared after that, after he got taken over there.
Hmm.
So is that where you want to go? You want to go towards where he is?
Should we do that, guys?
Let's
Sure.
do it. Let's go
Sure.
for it. Let's
That's
do
going
it.
to be that's our adventure. Yep.
Okay. So you go towards him, and I mean, you can pretty much tell that the path that's on the ground is from him being dragged
Mm.
all along the ground. Once you get to him, he's alive, but they've sewn his mouth completely shut, and above his head is basically a sign that says outbursts will not be tolerated.
There you go.
But we found him though.
This is the guy who caused the kerfuffle.
Yeah,
Indeed.
this is the one that was asking all the questions earlier.
So do we
Outside.
want to try and Jesus fucking stop. Golly. Do we want to attempt to remove the stitches? Is that a thing that we can try to do? Ask him what happened so he can tell us.
Let me roll a weapon skill check and cut the stitches out.
So there's that, or would survival be a roll?
I think survival's for you though.
Like for me personally, like if I get hurt or something.
I think.
It would probably be like a weapon skill check to see if you can precisely use whatever it is you're trying to use.
There's a Medicaid skill.
Oh, there is.
Oh yeah.
I have a 3 for Medicaid. I have a 2 for weapon skill. I have a 2 for ballistic skill. Let's not go there.
I have a
You
really
might
high
not
ballistic
be
skill. You
too
want me
keen to talk to it.
I mean, I can trick shot it.
Yeah.
You might not be too keen to talk to us though, because he did question why we were there. So we might only get the same information out of him as we would if he was not.
I think we could intimidate him this time. Be like, we can help you.
How well can you intimidate a man who's already up on a cross?
Put him on a cross again.
Recross him.
Recross him. Like,
let's go for it. We do have a soldier.
We'll get you off this cross, and we will attempt to get you off this cross and remove the stitching. But you need to help us and tell us what happened.
So,
I rolled
so
a weapon.
as you get closer to him and try to start removing the stitches, he opens his eyes and he's moving his head away from you, trying to keep you from doing it.
Oh.
He's basically like shaking his head, no, like don't do it.
This dude's
This
got a
may not
bomb
be-
strapped on him.
This may not be something that we can do.
Yeah, probably.
May not like it.
I mean, you can force him. I mean, it's up to you. He
Should we-
is trying to stop you, but there's only so much he can do.
So I want to, okay. But we don't know if he could be shaking his head no because there could be something. I'm thinking that maybe there's like a booby trap or something. Like if somebody would try to help him.
I think they'll probably just kill him if they find out.
That's true.
I mean, up to you. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff you can do if you're trying to figure out stuff around him or that kind of thing.
So is there like something I can roll to like check for like booby traps? Since I got a military background.
I mean, you've got like investigation, which is to kind of figure out stuff around where you are.
Okay.
I would say you could try to roll that.
Okay.
You really need this lot, baby. I don't want to take them outside.
I rolled a 6.
Okay.
I've only got an investigation of 1, so I rolled a 6.
I got you. From what you can tell, there doesn't appear to be any booby traps on it, or anything that would harm anyone.
Okay.
Maybe. Do you think I could try intimidating him before we even try doing anything? Like, you'll have one chance. Don't mess with us.
I mean, so right now his main thing seems to be you not removing the stitches from his mouth. It's not that he doesn't trust you. He just doesn't want you to interfere with what's going on.
Mm.
This one may not be up to you, Priest. He's up there for a reason. You may not like it how we do it here, but this is his punishment for acting out.
Very well.
While we're up on the hill, can I use it as a vantage point and see if I can see anything else?
Sure.
Is it a tall hill?
It
don't matter. And 0 successes.
okay.
0 for 4. 0 for 4.
All right, fair enough. You see the field? You could see the
Woo!
like the bunker that's over there.
Yep, that's grass.
So it is starting to get dark. So
Do we just want to leave this guy out to die? I mean, is that a thing? I'm fine with it.
I definitely think we should.
Let him live out the rest of his days crucified.
Well, if he doesn't want our help, we ain't got to give it to him.
What say you, Mr. Mechanicus?
I think if they're afraid of what comes out at night and they go after whoever it could be, this may be our only chance to see if something comes out to get him. Might have to use him as bait. Exactly.
Oh. I like it.
So I say we find a vantage point where we can observe and act in a timely manner, but it's not to be seen.
So here's a question. Is there a higher vantage point than where we're at now?
not really.
That has cover?
That the whole point of that hill is that most points in the field can see it.
How tall is the grass?
I mean, most of it's wheat field, so I mean, some of it's 5 foot tall. Some of it is freshly harvested. So where you are, it's probably no more than like 2 foot. That area is very much kept like it is for a reason.
Yeah, so we would have to move locations probably.
So how close would we be to the entrance? Am I assuming that we're closer to the entrance to the Valley of Fall? Are we like
actually,
right in the center, or are we going the opposite way?
You know what? I take it back. There is 3 things that are taller than this hill.
Let's do it. Let me do a awareness check to find out if there's anything else around us that we can go to set up for the night to stake out this man to be.
Are you trying to find a better vantage point still?
Better vantage point. Yeah,
like
somewhere we can go to safely watch this guy to see if anything was to happen at night. That's what I'm looking.
Okay.
I was looking for like a sniper position.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, roll away if you want to try to find a better vantage point.
Son of a gun. 4, 5. Holy crap, man! I'm switching out these 6 dice, man. These are cursed dice. I got 2 successes out of 6.
Okay.
Oh,
those 6.
good.
those dice are gone. These 6 dice are coming into play. I'm not trusting those other dice.
Well, let me roll with you, Tim.
I rolled a 3 for awareness. I only have 1 for awareness, and I rolled a 3.
See?
Okay.
Is that
So
that's
it's all
that's a
bad.
success, right?
No, that's a fail.
Oh,
But-
fudge.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. This one's very easy. You just need a 1.
Okay.
It's very obvious what a good vantage point would be.
Oh,
On top
Y'all
of the
hear me?
cathedral? Or the silos?
get my map out. Yeah, either the cathedral, silos, or
Yeah.
the habs.
So
Habs is
So-
like habitations, right? Like where they all
The
live.
Yeah.
cathedral. Looking at it, you're not getting on top of it. There's
Okay.
there's no way to stand on it.
Or the military outpost.
too far.
Yeah, that's pretty far away.
Okay.
The silos that you came in on are probably a good, I don't know, 50, 100 feet tall, however tall silos normally are. And the only time anyone ever uses it is when servitors go up to like do their mechanical stuff there. But you haven't seen any in a while.
So how far is the Habs from
We should go to the silos.
where
then.
this guy's crucified?
The Habs are fairly far. The silos aren't too far.
The silos is where
But
we need to go.
the guy was crucified just north of the cathedral, right? In the fields.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Should
let's
we
see.
split up?
No. No
So
splitting.
the cathedral is about I would say 25 yards away from the silos. Not super far. All this encampment is fairly close together. I would say, let's see, 20, 30, 40, 50. Probably about 50 yards to where he is from the most east silo.
So the silos are the best bet.
So here's what I say we do. I'm gonna go on top of the silos and get a sniper scope on this guy. Why don't one of y'all go about 100 yards east of where he's been crucified at and take a low kneeling position in the bushes? And then I'm gonna need somebody up there with me as a spotter.
Take the Xenos with you. I think he'll do better up there with you than he would with me and the priest.
I agree. Zetos, you go with him.
Okay.
I need somebody that can shoot out in the woods.
So the 2 warrior type guys are going to the top of the silo, and you guys are going further east of where he is by yourselves.
That's just a suggestion I was making.
I like the suggestion. I just feel that they might be a better chance at finding something. Or
Well, Gerhard, if you go with him to the silos, you can work all of your Mechanicus crap to get him up there. And then we can go to the woods.
I can do it, but it's not Mechanicus crap. It's the Omnisiah's way.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant to say.
But I'll do it so you can take your Xenos crap with the priest.
The Freudian slip.
Also, keep in mind the guardsman is here particularly to guard the priest.
Correct.
Yep.
Oh,
I'll head with you, Mr. Godsman.
okay.
I have an awareness of 3, so I think I might be able to spot something. If you only have an awareness of 1, don't you?
Correct.
I think we might make a good team.
I do too.
So
Gaius and Gorfinius will go together, and I will go with Eredru. or a Drew. The Xenos with his crap.
With this crap.
All right, let's go Mechanicus crap.
More like Crapanicus. Sorry.
So I think that's what we'll do.
I hope you brought your climbing legs. Let's go.
Just reminds me of that campaign movie where he's like, "Oh my god, you don't know how to trash talk." It's like, are you trying to trash talk me right now?
May the
So I guess-
may the Emperor guide us all to victory.
So we'll split up, and I guess as we're going away, just try not to get yourselves killed.
Before we split up, we need to discuss how we'll be able to communicate with each other.
I have this little laser. I don't actually have one.
Okay.
So guardsmen typically have a Vox system that's on their throat here, where they can basically whisper and talk to each other. Just throwing that out there because you may or may not have known it. I forgot what the H it's called, but it's part of the gear that guardsmen come with.
I see.
So he has that.
Would that be the that being the Munitorum issue kit?
Yep. It's got a specific name, but I don't remember what it is.
Can I sync up my data slate that I carry upon me to collect data as a tool with my combi tool as a way of not being able to, maybe it doesn't relay his voice to us like a walkie-talkie, but maybe it just, what he says scrolls on the screen or something like that, as just a way I might not be able to respond to him, but I can see at least some of the things that he is saying.
Roll a tech check.
Tech check.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Both of
God!
us
I
or just
wonder
him?
if I can do this. Let me grab all 8 of my dice.
Did you say both of us?
No, just him.
Okay.
To get my 8 dice and my Magnum condoms for this. Big dick swinging. Here we go. All right, we got a 5, a 5, and a 6. I got 3 out of 8 dice. What a bitch! This is not a good night for old Gerhardt here.
Still rolled a 4.
Dude, replace your dice, man.
I know. These are bad dice.
4.
Still rolled 4. Yes.
So let's say basically it works like a chat to text thing. So if he wants to talk to you, he can talk into it and it'll basically text it out to you.
Like a pager to me. Like a pager to me.
Yeah.
Like a pager. Okay.
So it's not going to be perfect. There's going to be mistakes in it. But if you type back, it'll, like Microsoft Word, voice it back to
like
him,
a text to speech.
Yeah.
Text to speech for me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, for
Okay.
you. And then he can hear words that you text. But keep in mind, it may not always be perfect.
Gotcha. No problemo.
Okay, so you're splitting up then?
That's what we're doing.
Yeah. Does this thing, y'all pick me up all the time when I'm speaking?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
okay.
doing fine.
Because the blue box doesn't ever show up around me sometimes. So I'm like, I don't know if they heard me. So, okay,
For
cool.
me,
So
the
we're
blue
splitting up.
box is around you most of the time. Like it takes a while for it to show up and it takes it a while to go away. So
Gotcha.
yeah,
No
it might
problem.
just
All
be a
right,
thing.
cool. All right, let's do it.
All right. All right,
Okay.
so you guys make your way over to the lift that goes to the top of the closest silo. It's starting to get dark, so you're noticing the changeover is starting to kind of happen. It seems like the people leaving at night are in a much bigger hurry to get back inside than the people in the morning that were going inside. Does that make sense?
So whatever's hunting's hunting at night.
You're getting that feeling.
Yeah. Hey, priest, let's double time about these. Let's go.
Let's go.
Double time.
All right, roll a tech check, Tim. Oh wait, no, Leon's the one going with you.
Yeah, Leon's going with me.
I'm rolling which tech?
Do either of you have tech?
I got 3 for tech.
Go for it.
I got a 1.
Fuck. Tim, I'm just gonna hand these dice back to you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 3.
Jesus.
You hit a button and it literally.
You can use your you can use one of your wrath though. You can use your wrath to reroll failed dice.
I use one of my wrath. Yeah.
Reroll all failed dice.
1, 2, and a 3. So you failed completely.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use one wrath to reroll all failed dice.
Right.
His technology hit him in the
Okay.
face.
All right, go ahead.
Future is now, old man. All right, I got a 4, a 5, and a 2.
There you go.
All right, so the first time it basically locks up, doesn't feel like going anywhere. You figured out that you accidentally hit the down button instead of the up button. You hit the up button and it starts racing you up there.
Honest mistake.
It happens. Happens to the best of us. All right, y'all are going up there. So the 2 on the ground, where are y'all going to locate yourself?
We are going to look for some kind of cover that keeps the hill in sight.
Y'all need to be like kneeling at least 100 yards. No more than 100 yards. No
Bushes
less
or
than 50.
trees or something like that.
Okay, make an awareness check. Both of you can.
Two successes.
3 successes.
Okay. You notice, Tim, you notice that there is kind of a, I'm not going to call it a stable, but it's like a little awning thing where next to the cathedral where they probably store parchment and the stuff that they use to inside the church. It looks like you maybe can hunker down in there and have a decent shot of it, but you don't know what else is in there.
Well, there's our answer. But let's take caution when we go in.
There could let's go in. I'll take my pistol out.
Got a bad feeling
So
about this.
you're going inside?
Hmm.
Okay. You open up the door and it's pretty dimly lit, only like a couple of candles in there to kind of like, here's the exact way to go to what they usually go to. And you could see like sacks of flour and like rolls of parchment, all kinds of random things that you would normally see. Some little religious figure type things and stuff laying around, stuff that they probably rotate in and out of the church different times, but you're not seeing anything that threatens you or anything like that. It's not very big. It's maybe like we'll say 8 foot tall, maybe about like a 10 by 10 room. It's not big, very small.
Are there windows?
Kind of. It's kind of more like just like like a cross window, but there's no glass in it.
Perfect. I'll use that as my vantage point. I'll use my I'll take out my rifle,
Okay.
my blaster.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay.
Have we made it up to the top yet?
So that's where y'all are both just gonna kind of station there, yeah? I mean, you've got the door and then 2 windows, so I'm assuming you're both at a window, right? Tim?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Yes.
So each of you are at a window. Okay, so you guys make it to the top of the silo. The top of it it's a lot flatter than like what we would expect a silo to be. Where they're real sharp and pointed.
Right.
It goes up. It kind of flattens out to pretty much a pretty perfect place to be prone on top of.
All right. I'm gonna get into a prone position with my las gun out and belly crawl to the edge and set up my
Okay.
rifle and my scope for a long shot.
Okay.
Looking up some of my gear.
I didn't pull out my gat. I didn't pull it out. I'm letting this guy do it. So
I'll be all over it.
Okay, so it's just a user. Okay. So, and is it completely dark now?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you'd guess, it's probably around 10:30 or so at night by now.
Right. So I guess I can. Should I roll an awareness check to keep an eye out around, see if I spot anything?
Yeah, there you go.
There's no vision in this game, is there? Like night vision.
Like night vision type thing.
I think everybody just has regular vision, right?
Infrared.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, there might be some things on scopes that help with that, but
Gotcha. Okay. Yep.
I rolled one success.
okay. At the moment, you're not noticing anything. It just seems really quiet. You all can basically still see the guy on the cross. Hasn't moved. All the workers and everything are doing their normal thing. So towards closer to midnight, you notice a lot of screaming and clearly something going on towards the west fields, which is the other side of the fields, not where you're looking.
Okay.
Who sees that?
we don't
I mean,
see it, we're
everybody
hearing
can
it.
hear it because it's a big commotion.
And that's really far off. We probably wouldn't be able to just look.
Yeah, I mean, if
And
if
we're
you're going
inside,
by-
so
yeah, y'all are inside looking that way. I mean, that's probably.
So I'm gonna whisper to the priest. Hey, priest, see if you can get an eye on the commotion.
All right. So then I guess I'll look for another. What I do? Investigation or awareness?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's pitch black, nighttime. You can see like torches and stuff where paths are, but you can't see out into the field really.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what I can use psychic mastery for. Does anybody know?
It allows you to cast psyker abilities.
Magic, yeah, basically.
Would anything like that help me in the night?
Magic flare.
I don't remember.
does
there
anyone
being
still have
any-
eyes on the man on the cross?
I do.
I do.
So I will ask him what he's seeing, and then I'll also type on my pad asking Orpheus if he sees anything out of the ordinary besides the
roll-
screaming.
Roll roll a tech check.
Who, me or him?
Him.
Tech
Okay.
check. All right, here we go.
Roll big. Roll big.
6, 5, a 5, and
There
a
you
6, baby. That's
There
what
you
I'm
go.
talking about.
I gave
So-
you my dice, dude.
So 8 successes, technically.
Nice.
So basically, it's a shame that you rolled that well for that.
For a pager.
Yeah.
So,
It showed
I've
up
got
in
a-
basically,
It showed
your
up
message-
in cursive.
yeah, your message goes through perfectly.
Little emojis and everything.
Yeah. So Heath, you get a message from him asking you, "What are you seeing?"
I have eyes on the prize. Nothing I can see here. Priest is investigating the noise to the west.
All right, now you roll a tech check.
Me?
Oh Lord.
Okay. Oh hell, here we go. Let's see, tech. That'd be 1 die. Okay, here we go. I rolled a 5.
Okay. So the message you receive back basically says you're hearing something from opposite direction, but still have eyes on the guy.
He decided to shorthand me, but
Tech man,
It is what it
this is
is.
Overwatch. Over.
So
And
so as you're doing this, you notice most of the especially human workers are running out of the fields, and you see the doors to the Ministorum open, and an officer comes running out, and all of the people seem to be lining up, like not single file one behind the other, but like shoulder to shoulder. And he walks out in front of them and starts counting. And you can see him counting, and then he gets to the end, and you can see him recount again and again. And you could tell there's a reason he's recounting so many times.
Somebody's missing.
Mhm. And who all sees this? Pretty much everybody, or actually it would just be you and I, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Because
this
Tim
is
and
gonna,
Ben are inside.
yeah. So if you look at the map, they are basically right in front of the sortium compound. Like between it and the middle silo.
Okay.
But you said they were coming to the front of the thick cathedral.
No, they were all just running, and then they started lining up whenever the Ministorum officer ran out.
Oh, okay.
So guardsmen, do you want to communicate with them saying that kind of an update that they're counting the people over and over?
Yeah,
Or
sure.
it could say they are like short away, like it looks like they're taking roll. Is that the right word?
Yeah. Sodium
So-
compound. This is Overwatch.
I love it. I love it.
So about, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes later, not much longer, you notice that that Genitor is coming up. The one that Tim was with at the beginning. And he comes, waddling up, however you want to call how his movements are. They're really spazzy. He comes up, and you could tell he's looking around for you guys. Like he's trying to see if you're, here, if you're part of it, if you're out in the field. And he begins to talk with the Ministorum officer.
Okay. So did I get into radio contact with the Ministorum officer?
There's no like comm system where they are.
Hmm.
you'd have to get in contact with me. Probably go out there and see what's going on as best as you can with our technology.
All right, so you can roll another tech check to send him a message.
Yeah.
I rolled a 4.
Okay. Your message, are you just trying to tell him that his
Yes.
leaders so the message that you get on your tablet is basically saying like, machine man boss here, need you help.
All right.
I know it
Fair
sounds
enough.
weird, but it's
That's how it would have to work.
it's getting the point across, and that's what matters.
Okay. What I think he's trying to tell me, or Drew, is that Xanathor's outside, my boss, so I need to go and speak with him. You, however, I'm going to trust you to be here to keep eyes on the original plan.
Okay. You can trust me.
And I'll walk out the door. I'll go meet him.
Okay.
Go meet him.
He's talking to the officer. He looks your direction and says, "Oh, good. You're okay. Where's your team?"
The team is out. They're fine. We are investigating other outlets, other things that might be going on about the issue.
You left them alone?
Yes.
Hey, Derek, you know that one thing that I was gonna secretly do?
Mhm.
I'm gonna do that now.
All right, I'm trying to remember. Hang on.
Okay.
Ben's actually a clanker in disguise.
Yeah. Dang it! It's been a while since we discussed secret things. Can you shoot it to me?
It's just gonna be super secret then.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay. Trust me, I don't need to roll. I don't
Squinty face. Okay. I think I remember, but all right. So he goes, that doesn't matter now. So it seems that 4 humans are missing right now.
Shit.
I've recalled all the servitors back to our place. Sorry, I forgot what it's called. Got a name.
Sodium carbonate? No.
Where's the thing? Back to the complex. Yeah, the Julcian complex. I've returned all of them there to not put more blame on us, but it seems that they may still be here, so we need for your team to go check in the fields, if you could.
Which direction?
In the west
To the
field.
west? Not a problem. Let me radio them about what we need to do, what moves we need to make.
Yes, thank you. And he goes back to talking to the officer.
So that's a. Sorry. That's a.
Tim.
You don't know
Tech
about this. It's a tech check, huh?
Yep.
Four, 5, 4, 4, 5, 4. So 4 successes.
Okay. What are you trying to tell him?
To tell him that Xanathor has alerted me or has told me about what has happened, had told us that we are needed elsewhere for this for the situation that's occurred.
Okay.
So we need to leave where we're at to follow the what's happened.
Okay. So Heath, y'all get that message in your comms. That basically you've been asked to do something and you're needed elsewhere.
Does the name Xanthar get dropped in this message?
No.
Because that's who Tim's talking to, right?
He's talking to Genitor.
Oh.
Oh, so
Sorry.
Janitor and Xanathor are different.
Yeah.
Okay. So Janitor is the right one.
You were right, Tim.
I was right. So Janitor is the okay.
Okay.
So you're saying these bodies went missing west of the silos?
I didn't tell you that.
Oh, you didn't, did you? Okay.
I didn't. But I need to go back and talk to Oradrew to round him up.
You turn around to come get me. I'm just standing behind you. No, I'm really not. You got to come get me. I'm not that cool.
Nothing personal, kid.
Just
I'm not
shocked.
that cool.
Fuck.
But when you do come back, I'm still sitting there looking at the guy on the hill.
We're needed elsewhere. I need you to pack up and come with me.
Okay. I'll follow.
Okay. And what do y'all do, Heath? Heath and Leon are up on the silo.
So I'm kind of in the dark, and unless for whatever Heath tells me, because I don't have that communication with
Right.
Tim and
So,
Ben.
so I tell him what I just got told on the little chitty chat.
That we're, and the message was that we're needed elsewhere. Was that it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And we know where the elsewhere is.
Gerhardt, they went up this silo, so they should be coming out this elevator, right?
Yeah, they're going to be coming down. I don't know, maybe 20 feet away
True.
from where everyone is. They're close.
We can meet them at the elevator.
Just wait here. Yeah.
So I guess we mosey our way down.
Yep.
Okay.
Get your asses down here.
And the elevator breaks. No. So the
Oh, dear
Mindstorm
Jesus.
guy is waiting for you down there. And he says, "Look, we're missing 4 human lives right now. The machines say it wasn't them. They're not out there right now. All the humans that are, accounted for are all right here. There's no one that is any of our people out in the field right now. So we need you to at least try to find the people that are missing. There's 3 women and 1 male."
Okay.
They're all adults, I assume.
Yes.
So 1 male, 3 women go missing.
Mhm.
I want to say we need to go find them, but at the same time, I want to say we need to go do a head count on all the servitors.
All the servitors are, he at least said all of them are recalled back to the complex.
Frankly, I don't care what he says. I want to see it in person.
Well, all the servitors go to the Josian complex when they get called back, and then all the humans go to the Habs.
Right.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
And
And
it's
we
about this time from the east direction you hear screaming.
That's just what I was about to bring up.
Yeah, mother.
Make an awareness check, all of you.
Awareness.
It's a big one.
Ooh.
I got 1 success.
Okay.
4. successes.
I rolled a 4, so yeah, I got 1 success.
5.
5 successes. Okay. Leon and Heath, you both look towards the cross area, and the man is not there anymore.
Fucking hell.
Tim and Ben, you can see that his arms are.
Oh, cool. All right. But we don't see that.
Yeah, you don't notice like the specific detail that the arms are still tied to the cross for
So I get
Hey. Hate to break this to
and
you.
basically the exact same thing is happening with the other side of the field. The people are running up, they're lining up, the machines all go. It's pretty much like a hive mind. You can see it. They all go towards the complex at the same time. The officer runs that direction, starts counting, and he seems okay with that count.
Hmm.
And he says, okay, no one at this moment besides who we expect to be missing is missing from the east.
So do we go to the hill or do we go to the west and try to recover?
Military tactics say what's happened in the west is a diversion. Or other way around. The cross was a diversion.
I think.
Let's go to the west and see if we can find any sign of what happened.
I concur.
I mean,
Go
they
to the
have to have fought somewhat, and knocked down some weed or something so we can maybe track them.
Something had to have happened.
I
Yeah,
like
something.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
I agree.
Okay. So you go towards the general direction where the workers usually are. Obviously, all their tools are thrown on the ground. You can kind of make out to what looks like shapes and bodies out in front of you. Let's see. You come up on 3 of the bodies that are just laying there. What I say, 3 females and 1 male. So
Right.
there's two females there and then 1 male. They've basically been tied up and positioned to make like a grotesque statue.
Can I pull out my chainsaw just in case?
Sure.
I'm gonna
I mean,
do that.
yeah. We should probably have weapons ready.
We should arm up right now.
Yep. I've got the las gun all drawn out.
The closer that you get to this statue, you hear movement on the other side of it, like going away.
Okay. So I pull up my weapon, look through the scope. Do I need to do a weapon skill check to see if I see what's moving through the scope?
It's night, you can't. Yeah, I mean, you don't have like a thermal scope or anything
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
Damn. I tried.
So it's on the other side. Let's see.
And it's moving.
Yeah, it's moving away.
I'm gonna.
If we have one chance at this, we need to move on it.
Yep.
Let's go. I'm gonna give chase.
Yep. Me too.
You're gonna run towards the sounds?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with
You
you.
run past the statue. You get maybe 20 feet away from it, and you notice a whole bunch of footprints on the ground and pieces of what looks like broken weapons. Okay. Roll. I'm gonna do. You can either roll a tech check or a ballistics check, whichever one's best. Whichever one's
I'm gonna roll a
easiest.
ballistic check because that's I got a 5+2. So
Okay.
all right, let's see.
All of us.
Yeah, everybody that's there.
Ooh,
Fucking Tim.
Hey, brother.
So-
I'm in the same boat.
Here, take these, Tim. Take these. Tim.
okay.
Thank you.
So I rolled a 6, a 3. I rolled a 6, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 4, a 3, and a 5. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 out of 7 successes.
Okay.
Good God. I've got,
I got-
a
I
4.
got
I
a
got-
0.
I got 4 6s and a 5.
I got a 1, a 2, and a 3.
So I got 9 successes.
All right.
I only got
ballistic
4
skill
in
is
tech.
Okay.
4 in tech for me.
Can I use?
Okay.
Should I use my other wrath to reroll?
I'd save it.
This is a very high roll. So if
Oh.
you didn't get very many successes to begin with, I wouldn't.
I got 0 successes.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah. I got
'Cause
4.
Even
But
if you roll a 6, it's not going to help you.
Okay.
I got 8 dice though. I could re-roll all of them. Or no, I could re-roll the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 failures that I got.
Well, so Ben, you rolled like a 9, didn't you?
I got yes, 4 6s and a 5, so 9 successes.
All right. So I'm just going to tell you right away. You know that the weapons that are broke on the ground are quite obviously Eldari. Are some form of Xenos Eldari type.
Okay, then I'll squint and whisper, Legolas style. These weapons are of my people.
Okay.
There are more of you here.
I guess
Dang.
there were.
What do your Aldari ears tell us?
And I'm running along like on top of the wheat, like
Because you're light.
They've taken the humans to the compound.
So
Okay.
there's Eldari weapons on the ground.
I'm just gonna say that they're destroyed beyond use, or else I'll be like scavenging them.
Yeah, I mean it definitely seems like they were broken in some sort of scuffle. They're not what you would classify as high forged weapons. Like they're not super high tech. They look very rudimentary, very sharp edges. Man, you rolled like a 9, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you can also tell that there's some sort of poison on parts of these, the spines and blades of stuff that's broken. Roll right, that's a never mind, that's a D&D thing. Roll an investigation check.
Everybody?
No, just him, because he's the
Oh,
main
okay.
one that noticed it.
Got you.
Actually, you know what? You can all roll an investigation check for something else though.
2 successes.
Investigation.
Okay.
3. Goddamn. Tim?
So you know it's some kind of poison, but you don't exactly know what it does. So it's not something that you've really seen used.
Is it poison that was on the weapons, or is it
Yeah.
poison that got? It's poison that the Eldari were using. Oh, okay.
Whatever was using the weapons had them dipped in some sort of poison.
Got you. So I'll just say, be careful. These edges are poisoned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I rolled a 3 for my investigation check.
I rolled
6 altogether.
6 altogether.
Okay.
I rolled a 0.
Yeah, I rolled a 3.
I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 3.
Fair enough.
Again.
So,
Yeah.
there, like, as you're doing this, the sounds of what you were chasing, they're gone. Whatever it was moving super, super quickly. Like they probably knew exactly which direction and what, angles to take to stay away from sight at all time. You notice the footsteps aren't human, but they also don't necessarily match up exactly with the way Ben's looks.
Can I make an assumption?
Yeah.
Or do I need to roll an awareness check?
I mean, I guess it depends on what you're trying to do.
I think it's Tyranids. I think there's a Tyranid hive close by.
But a whole nother Xenos on my planet that I wouldn't even know of. How?
And you do know that Ben at least has said that it's some form of his people's weapons. That's there anyway.
So if there's some form of your people's weapons, do you know from whence they came? And are they green steel forcers like yours?
No, they're not nearly as advanced.
So primitive.
Primitive, yes.
I just don't know how I would not know my own planet.
So they're heading in the direction of what you know to be the ruins area. Once you kind of figure this out, you hear a voice behind you say, "Don't go out there quite yet. We need to talk."
Ooh. So naturally, we must find out who said this.
Yeah, and we'll probably have to find that out next time. Cliffhanger, that bitch. Boom.
Also, by the way, I'm using this as a loose guide, but this is pretty much just my story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know what, Derek?
Certain parts of it, but
I like your story.
You and your racism against mechanized people.
Segregation.
I know, right?
I'm gonna be honest with you. They're being a lot nicer than the book tells them to be. I mean, honestly, like whenever a Mechanicus and a Xenos walked into that cathedral, they should have just straight up started blasting.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, if you talk to her again, you'll find out stuff about how she feels, like really. But all of that, like the church, especially, not big fans of any Xenos. The ones that are real fire brimstone, not fans of it at all, which is stupid. But I mean, it is what it is.
Right. That's just Warhammer.
Yep.
And there we go. So
love it.
That was it. That was part 2. The plot thickens. And yeah, so awesome. Well, thank everybody for joining and watching. Thank you guys for being here again and playing in this. This is fun.
Having a freaking blast doing this.
Yeah. We'll get more in. We're getting into it. We're getting more into our people.
Sure. Yeah.
And so, of course, just tune in next time. Click the button, ring the bell, subscribe, whatnot. And thank you all for joining.
Click like, subscribe, and
Yeah.
share.
Like,
Roll the
subscribe,
game.
share with your friends.
Oh, yeah. All right. That's it. Until next time.
Bye bye.
Peace.
Boy.